From haunted houses to cursed artifacts, from whispers in the dark to battles you'll never read in scripture. This is the Unholy podcast, hosted by Owen, author, investigator, and survivor of one of the most harrowing real-life hauntings ever documented. Each week, Doug pulls back the veil between this world and the next, sharing stories that aren't fiction, because he lived them. Prepare yourself. The silence is over.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Unholy podcast. I'm your host, Doug Owen, author, paranormal investigator, and your guide into the shadows hiding behind everyday life. Tonight's episode is a special one, because we're entering a season where the veil between myth and manifestation gets thin. December brings flickering lights, cold nights, and something far more ancient than Christmas cheer. We're talking about Krampus, the horned-hooved winter demon, known across Europe as the Punisher of the Wicked. But what if Krampus isn't just folklore? What if the legend is based in something real? Stay with me. Before Christianity ever arrived in Europe, the Alpine regions were already telling stories about a horned winter spirit that stalked the mountains during the darkest nights of the year. This creature wasn't evil for evil's sake. It was a balance to the warmth and generosity of St. Nicholas. Now, if St. Nicholas rewarded children, Krampus punished them. Depictions describe him with curling ram horns, a long, lolling tongue, glowing ember-red eyes, a body covered in dark matted fur, hooves that crunched through the snow, and a chain or bundle of birch sticks used for whipping the asses of children and evil people. Early traditions believed Krampus wasn't a monster. He was a nature itself, correcting humanity. Every year on December 5th, Krampusnacht, or Krampus Night, villages hold parades, called Krampusflaut, where men don massive, hand-carved masks, furs, horns, and bells. The costumes are so convincing that even lifelong residents claim to feel a chill when the Krampus troops pass by. Some say that performers don't just dress like Krampus, they become something else for a few hours. And every year, stories emerge of people seeing figures that weren't part of the parade. Figures that didn't speak, didn't interact, and walked alone. Always at the edge of light. In the last decade, Krampus has exploded into movies, art, memes, and pop culture. And with that popularity, real reports of sightings have also increased. People see things they can't explain. Shadowy figures with horns, heavy footsteps in fresh snow, lights flickering, children claiming to hear bells outside their windows at night. But I'm not here to tell you that Krampus absolutely exists, but I am here to say that enough credible witnesses across enough decades have described something consistent. And in my experience, consistency means pattern, and pattern means possibility. Let's talk about some of the sightings. So, sighting number one, I'm going to talk about the Alpine Roadwalker in Tyrol, Australia, 1978. A family was driving down a snowy mountain road after visiting relatives. Their young daughter suddenly asked, "Why is that goat man walking on the road?" The parents saw nothing. A minute later, the car thudded like something hit the rear bumper. When the father stopped and stepped out with a flashlight, he saw large cloven hoof prints circling the car, but no animal tracks nearby. The spacing was too long for livestock. 6-7 feet apart. When the family got home, the daughter drew what she saw: horns, red eyes, and a long tongue. A perfect match to Krampus imagery, though she had never been exposed to the legend before. Sighting number 2, the Colorado Backyard Visitor. In Boulder, Colorado in 2009, a man living near the forest foothills reported hearing heavy bells outside around 2 a.m. The kind used in European Krampus festivals and all over the world. Thinking it was wildlife, he checked his security camera. Next morning, what he found shocked him. A tall, dark figure moved across his backyard in a swaying, almost bestial gait. It paused at the tree line, turned towards the camera, and 2 reflective eye points glimmered back. Now, they called the police, and the police dismissed it as a hoax or an animal, but experts who reviewed the footage said the leg movements did not match any known 4-legged or 2-legged animal native to Colorado. That man moved away from that house 6 months later. Sighting number 3 we want to talk about is the Silent Krampus, Salzburg, 2014. During the Krampus parade, several performers noticed a figure that seemed off. One performer swore the stranger's horns were real, not strapped on, not carved, but organic. He stood completely still, watching the parade silently. When the troupe approached him, he turned and walked away with unnatural speed, almost gliding. Multiple witnesses confirmed they didn't recognize him as part of any group. Local folklore experts still refer to this event as the Silent Krampus. Sighting number 4. The Frozen Window Scratches. Wisconsin, 2017. A mother reported her son walking up, terrified, on December 5th, claiming something with bells had scratched at his bedroom window. Well, she dismissed it until the next morning. Across the outside of the glass were 3 long claw marks, perfectly parallel, cutting through the frost. No prints in the snow below the window, no animal tracks, no disturbances. Later, the son said, quote, "It was looking for bad kids, but it couldn't come in because I wasn't one of those." This case has been retold in multiple folklore circles as the modern Krampus visitation. So why does Krampus matter? Well, Krampus isn't just a monster. He's a reminder. A reminder that winter is older than holiday cheer. A reminder that nature always keeps score and usually wins. A reminder that fear is part of this season, and maybe part of our moral compass. Whether Krampus is a real entity, a symbolic force, or a psychological manifestation, the legend persists because it speaks to something deep inside human experience. In a world full of noise, sometimes the old stories carry more truth than we want to admit. I'm going to keep this one short tonight. I've got to prepare for my appearance at the local Krampus Con here in Boise, Idaho. I'll be signing books, The Unholy Silence, and have a booth out there. So if you're in the area, come on out, come say hello, and meet me and get a copy of The Unholy Silence. I'd be happy to sign it for you. So thank you for joining me this winter descent into folklore, fear, and possibility. If you enjoyed this episode, check out my book, The Unholy Silence, my blog, and all my updates at author.doug.owen.com. And be sure to follow the Unholy podcast for more true tales of the paranormal deep dives. Stay warm, stay aware, and if you hear bells in the dark, don't look outside. And remember, sometimes the silence is the most terrifying thing.
You've just heard another chilling chapter of the Unholy podcast, hosted by Doug Owen, author, investigator, and witness to the things most fear to name. For more real stories, cursed objects, and exclusive content, step deeper into the dark at authordougowen.com. Subscribe, share, and remember, some silences aren't empty, they're waiting.